What skills should I be learning in my free time? That's today's question. And honestly, it hits a nerve for a lot of us who've ever stared at a resume wondering if we're just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. The job market feels wild, the advice feels repetitive, and the boredom completely real. But beneath all that frustration is a simple truth. The right skills can shift momentum. So today, we're unpacking which ones actually matter and why they might help you feel unstuck again. So with the mood set and the frustration on the table, let's zoom in on the actual story, one person's search for skills that feel purposeful, not performative.
A poster with a biotech background, plus a mix of research and product management experience, feels overwhelmed by vague advice to learn new skills while battling constant job rejections. They're wondering what skills are actually worth learning, whether certificates mean anything without real-world use, and why any company would pick a self-taught beginner over someone with deep experience. Mostly, they're just tired of spinning their wheels. And with that mix of restlessness and curiosity, let's dip into what the community had to say, a blend of pragmatism, encouragement, and a few hard truths.
Just a quick welcome to Better Life FAQs. If you want more simple, practical answers like this, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Now, let's continue. First up, the classic suggestion that seems to appear in any career conversation. Learn to code. This viewer insists Python is the golden ticket, beginner-friendly, widely useful, and especially powerful in biotech. They even throw in a plug for cheap online courses to get started. This viewpoint taps into a very real trend. Python has become the Swiss Army knife of modern careers. For someone in biotechnology, it isn't just about writing software. It's about analyzing data, automating experiments, or understanding machine learning tools that are changing research every day. That's a compelling angle because it connects directly to the poster's strengths rather than sending them down a totally new path. But it also highlights a nuance many people gloss over. Python looks friendly, yet it still demands consistency, problem-solving, and patience. Not everyone finds that intuitive, and that's okay. The beauty of it is that progress shows up quickly. Even writing a script to organize lab data can feel like unlocking a superpower. The suggestion of Udemy or similar courses works because it keeps the stakes low while still opening a door to something meaningful. Still, it's worth remembering that coding won't magically erase the frustration of job hunting. It's a tool, not a cure. And like any tool, its value depends on whether you enjoy using it. Imagine someone who hates sitting at a computer for long stretches. For them, Python might become another source of stress instead of liberation. But for someone curious, creative, and analytical, it could absolutely be a turning point. Now, while technical skills can be powerful, not everyone believes the secret lies in software. Another perspective offers a very different angle.
This next comment shifts the spotlight away from hard skills and into something much more human. The viewer argues that soft skills, negotiating, staying agreeable, handling conflict, navigating office politics, quietly shape careers more than most people realize. This perspective is refreshingly grounded because it acknowledges something rarely talked about. Workplaces run on relationships as much as expertise. You can have the best technical skills in the room, but if you stumble in communication or struggle with difficult colleagues, your growth hits a ceiling. What's compelling here is that soft skills aren't tied to industry trends or certifications. They're timeless. The ability to negotiate or motivate others doesn't expire when job markets shift. And the comment wisely nods to the messy, imperfect nature of real workplaces. Someone might be the smartest person in the meeting, but if they can't navigate egos, expectations, and personalities, their ideas never gain traction. Of course, these skills are harder to measure, which makes them trickier to market on a resume. You can't attach a badge that says, "Can resolve conflict without losing my cool." But you can demonstrate it through stories, references, and how you show up in interviews. A hypothetical example. Imagine two candidates for a team-heavy job. One has superior technical ability but awkward communication. The other has solid, not exceptional technical skill, but is an excellent collaborator. Most hiring managers will choose the smoother teammate. That's the power this comment is pointing toward. And, with those two strong but very different philosophies on the table, Our final answer circles back, almost like an echo, reinforcing the coding suggestion from another angle.
Our last perspective brings us back to Python once more, but with a slightly softer, more encouraging tone. The viewer repeats the Python recommendation, emphasizing its versatility and usefulness in biotech and data work, and again points to online courses as an accessible entry point. What's interesting about this repeated suggestion is what it reveals. Coding really has become the go-to recommendation for anyone feeling stuck, lost, or overwhelmed in their career. And there's a reason for that. Python isn't just a technical skill, it's a gateway into a mindset of problem-solving and automation. For someone burnt out by rejection, learning Python can feel like reclaiming control. But it's important to remember that not every popular path is the right one for every person. A skill that transforms someone else's career might barely register for you. That's why the gentle tone in this comment matters. There's no pressure, no must-do, just an invitation. It acknowledges that self-directed learning still has value even if you don't have a job to apply it to yet. And sometimes, that sense of direction, even if it's just exploring a new tool, can rebuild confidence. But there's also a trap. It's easy to think that stacking skills will magically create opportunities. In reality, what matters is choosing skills that align with your interests and your field. Python fits that bill for biotech, but only if the poster genuinely wants to dig in. Otherwise, it becomes yet another checkbox on an already overwhelming list. With these viewpoints, technical, human, and hopeful, laid out, let's stitch together the bigger picture they create. Across all these answers, a clear message emerges. The right skill isn't about trends or certificates. It's about choosing something that builds momentum, reconnects you with your strengths, and helps you operate more confidently with technology, with people, or with yourself.
So what's the takeaway here? Skills only matter when they support who you're becoming, not who you think you're supposed to be. If Python excites you, explore it. If soft skills feel more natural, invest there. If you're unsure, pick something small and start anyway. Clarity often comes from movement, not contemplation. And remember, certificates are tools, not trophies. Their impact depends on how you use them. Feeling stuck doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're between chapters. Keep learning, but choose paths that breathe energy back into you, not drain it. As the pace slows and the dust settles, let these ideas simmer, not as pressure, but as possibilities. Thanks for spending this time reflecting on skills, frustration, and the strange maze of career growth. Wherever you are in your journey, you're not standing still. Even small efforts count. Take a breath, choose one direction, and step into it gently. Your next chapter is already starting.